What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Ken here at the Lighthouse ATL. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin, Ken from the YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Ken, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself. So no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing. Just strictly working on myself. And I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing. No longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, it's your favorite cousin Ken at the Lighthouse ATL. Okay, so today we are going to be talking to the light workers. I have a message for all light workers. I know that this is the Divine Feminine headquarters, but this is a message for every single person out there that is a light worker. Now, some of you may say, what is a light worker? A light worker is someone that was created to bring enlightenment to the planet, all right? You may not know that you're a light worker. You may be at the beginning phase of your spiritual journey, and you may be just discovering that you have certain abilities and that you have a specific calling and a purpose for your life that is greater than just living every single day, going to work, taking care of your children, taking care of your family. Your purpose is much greater than that. So you may be at the beginning phase of recognizing that you are a light worker, or you may be a little seasoned, you know what I'm saying? Like your favorite cousin Ken, okay? And you already know who you are, what you came here to do, and how you're going to get it done. Now, the message today for every single person out there that is a light worker is to let go. I'm just letting you know. It's time for you to let go. Now, you know you hear my voice, but it's spirit talking. This is always spirit. And I'm sitting right here in the sun, baby, and the sun is baking me like an old Cheeto. Maybe, okay? The sun is feeling good right now, so I'm feeling good. It's early in the morning. I always do my best in the morning, so I'm just feeling good. And this message is just flowing, okay? It feels really good, and it feels really necessary, because I know that we are living in this world, and there are a lot of things that are happening right now. There are a lot of things that will continue to happen, and trust me, we are only beginning the journey of what is going to happen in this realm. A lot of you out there, you know that something major is about to happen, and it is going to happen, all right? Things are going to start changing. All of the things that we are so used to having, we may not have access to those things anymore. And let me tell you, we are being called to prepare. All right, prepare. So when spirit is guiding you to release certain behaviors, certain people, certain mindsets and beliefs and things and all these other things, you're being prepared to discipline yourself. So for example, if let's say one day we all wake up and there's no more money, okay? There's no money in anybody's bank account. Everybody goes to their bank account app and it's completely empty. It's 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, some people in this world are going to lose their mind. They're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Okay. This is bringing back memories from when I was younger. I didn't have no food. I didn't have lights. I didn't have gas. I didn't have water. Listen, they're going to start to panic. But for you, light worker, you are already disciplined, and you already know that no matter if you have $1, $100, $150,000, $100 million, you are going to be okay. But how do you know you're going to be okay if you have not went through the initiation of having to release things that do not serve you? Let me tell you, it's okay to have money, all right? I'm not saying that you should not have money, but your value should not come from money, because we all know that money is controlled and money is not even real, okay? You are real. Life is real. Money is man-made. It is a man-made thing, and it only has power as an entity because we give it power as human beings. We give it our light. We say that this money has power, but there is going to come a time when that money is not going to have power, and we are moving towards that time. So what will you do when you don't have money? Well, you let go. You relax, okay? You do what you can with what you already have. You don't go out there trying to make money and trying to hustle. That's what other people do. That's what people do, all right? You are a light worker. I'm here to remind you of who you are, because a lot of times, look, with a Z, a lot of times we get wrapped up in the world system. We get wrapped up around people and we start to think like the everyday person. I'm not saying that we are better than everybody else. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we were created differently, and you have to recognize that you are created differently, which means that you don't respond the way that other people respond. You don't do what other people do, because people are going to come to you for guidance. People are coming to you for support. So if people are coming to you for guidance and support, and you don't know how to let go, and you don't understand how to get in this flow, then you're going to panic just like them. So then you will not be any earthly good to spirit, because spirit cannot flow through you because you're blocked. Okay? We're learning how to release. And in this life, okay, we have to learn that the number one rule is to detach. It is to detach from everything. It is to detach from everything you thought you knew, everybody you ever loved, everything that you think, and allow spirit to guide you and show you and teach you and raise you and give you everything that you need and fill you up. Okay? We're not talking about religious here, being religious. And we're not even talking about spirituality, because a lot of times spiritual people, they believe that they're better than religious people. But you can be wrapped up in being so spiritual that you believe that you're better than other people. No, this is not this. This is not that. It's not this and it ain't that. Okay? It ain't this or that. All right? It's all about being conscious. And I don't like using that word because it's so overly used and it just has a little sticky, icky feeling to it, okay? But it is what it is, okay? You have to be in the Christ conscious energy, meaning that you're in this flow of knowing that you only came here to do what you are created to do. That is the Christ consciousness. Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? Listen, the only people that Christ was worried about were the people that were like him. He wasn't out there trying to save every single person that says that they want to be saved. Everybody out here in the world that's coming to you and saying that they need help and support and assistance, you're allowing your heart to get in the way. You're allowing your mind to get in the way, which is your physical body, your lower nature, and you're not recognizing that these are spirits at the end of the day. And every single person that comes to you and needs help, or say that they need help, or looks like they need help, it doesn't mean that they need help. They can be draining you. And as a light worker, you have to be able to identify who they are and what they want. Every single person in your life. Who are they? What do they want? And how are they helping me? Because when people are in your life and they're just draining you, then you cannot help anybody else. And we have been deceived, especially as women. We have been deceived into believing that we are good for others by exhausting ourselves. Just be there for other people. Just be nice, be kind, give to others, treat others the way that you would want somebody to treat you, and all these other type of things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't treat other people the way you want to be treated. You should do that, absolutely. But at the end of the day, you treat them the way that they want to be treated. because there are people in this world that don't want to be treated good. They don't want it. Even though they'll say they want love, they want support, they want people to love them, they want this. You have to be able to see through that. This is the whole purpose of activating your third eye. All right. You hear people talk about activating the third eye like this is some fun thing to do. It's not fun. It is not fun, because once you activate your third eye, you can no longer see things through your physical eye anymore. You don't see things the way other people see them. You don't feel the way other people feel. So where somebody could see, a regular average person could see somebody in pain or hurting and feel sad about it, you don't feel that when you start activating your third eye and you start to elevate. You don't feel that way. You understand the pain is necessary. You understand that pain is temporary. So you're not feeling sympathy and empathy for people that are in pain, just like the angels, okay? The higher level beings, they watch us suffer and go through things that we go through. We all have guardian angels and support in the angelic realm. They watch us. They watch over us. That is their assignment. Like we have our assignment. They help us. Okay? So if they got emotional and jumped in and helped us and saved us from every single thing that we went through in our life, then we wouldn't get the experiences that we need as souls to evolve. So we have to go through certain pain. We have to go through certain struggles. And it just is what it is. And when it's time to be removed from those struggles and from that pain and from that cycle, then we are removed. You see what I'm saying? So as we do this work on ourselves, we're elevating, we're evolving, we're doing these meditations, we're doing all this cleansing work, we're doing all this. Just understand that what you're doing is you're shifting. You're shifting. You're no longer going to be feeling like a physical, human, regular person anymore. And people are going to feel this energy from you. And it may feel a little cold. It may feel like you are being harsh or brash towards people, but you're not. You just don't have that same emotion that other people have, because your focus is on what you came here to do. You came here to really sacrifice your own life. See, as light workers, we sacrifice our life for the greater good of others. And those that are on the opposite end of the spectrum, they sacrifice the life of others to get the greater good for themselves. So every day that we're doing this work on ourselves, healing ourselves, allowing spirit to remove what we no longer need, and doing all these things, we are helping the collective. We're doing it energetically, but we also are preparing ourselves for what is to come. Take your time. It takes time. You're not just going to wake up and be some ascended master. You're not just going to wake up and have it all figured out. If you still are doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, at least you have the awareness. Spirit is now waking you up, because there was a time when you used to do certain things and you didn't even have the awareness of it. You didn't even feel like that there was an issue. But now you know. So now you are shifting. Now you are making the change, and take your time. But at the same time, every day you want to be making progress. And the way you make progress is by letting go. That's the only way. The only way that spirit can flow through you is for you to remove the need to control. That is a low frequency. It's putting you on a low frequency with fear and worry and doubt and all these other low vibrational energies. It's keeping you down. Overeating, when we are being called to eat less, it's because our bodies need to be lighter in order for us to ascend. So we're not just being deprived from all the good things that we want. We're being guided to release the need to be attached to these certain foods that are holding us down, making us heavy, and even energetically altering our mood. So whatever it is that you're being guided to release, take your time. Of course, I say set a schedule, okay? Wean yourself off slowly. Not unless you feel like you can just stop something cold turkey. I've done it plenty of times. I used to smoke, drink, everything, all the things, okay? Even when it comes to being in a relationship with somebody that you're being guided to release, slowly release yourself from that relationship if this is what you want to do. But at the same time, just know that if you're not making the adjustment, if you're not moving forward, then you're not in a high vibration. A lot of people are talking about vibration and being high vibe and manifesting things like this. But that is energy. It's an energy. It's not something you say with your mouth. And that's the reason why I say you have to do the work on yourself, because you will be able to recognize if someone is just talking or if somebody is actually doing the things. Because once you see a person that is actually in a high vibration, and once you're actually in a high vibration, you can recognize it. And so all of the people that were using you before, taking advantage of you, family, friends, men, women, even your children. Some of your children are old enough to take care of themselves. Why are they not taking care of themselves? Why do you feel like you need to take care of them and they're an adult? You don't. You need to let them go so that they can experience life. Because if you don't let them go, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to hold on to you. And guess what that's going to do? It's going to bring you down. We can't allow things to bring us down, light workers. We can't allow relationships to bring us down. If you're in a relationship and it makes you feel some type of way, like it makes you feel uncomfortable, or you feel like this person is not helping you to become the best that you can be, then why are you staying in that relationship? You're emotionally attached to the person. But I already told you that we're being guided to disconnect, to detach, to become nothing so that you can become everything. How will you be able to do greater works than Christ did if you have all of these attachments? What was Christ emotionally attached to? What was he attached to? Nothing. Not even his own life. Nothing. Because he knew that the reason why he came here was greater than the experience. So even if it cost him his life, even if it cost him everything, he was willing to sacrifice it. And guess what? When he had all the power, he could do whatever he wanted to do. Spirit was able to flow through him. He was able to touch people and heal them. He was able to do things that people would think was miracles, but it wasn't miracles. He was just connected to the force, the spirit, the all. And in order for the spirit to live with you and walk with you and talk with you and be in relationship with you like that, you have to be willing to let go of it all. Religion is not going to teach us this. Religion will teach you that you need to follow these rules and this is how you connect to spirit. I'm here to tell you that the only thing that you need to know is that you need to detach. Letting go. This is what we learn as light workers. Everybody's not a light worker, so this message is not for everybody. I'm talking about those of you that came here to change humanity for the better, which means that you have that flame in you. And let me tell you one thing about that flame that's in you, that Christ energy that's in you that you were created with. You can do whatever you want to do because we have free will, okay? Quote, free will, all right? But let me tell you something. There comes a point in time on your journey where either that flame is going to spark when spirit gets ready to ignite that flame in you and it's time for you to go into your purpose. Either it's going to propel you forward or it's going to burn you up. It's going to burn you up. And you have to be at a certain vibration when it's time for that spark. So when you are being guided to release certain things and elevate, this is why we are guided to do that. Because there's going to come a time when spirit is going to be ready to live in you, in your vessel, in your temple. Will you be able to handle that pressure mentally? This is why a lot of people lose their minds on the spiritual path, because they want to evolve, but it's all about ego. All right. They want to do all these things and do all this levitation and all this, it's all negative ego. Positive ego is your confidence in spirit. Negative ego is your confidence in yourself. And we not on that time. Light workers, we know we don't do anything from our own will, hand, or desire. I don't desire to do anything. When I used to be working every day and going to college and starting business and stuff like that, regular schmegular, then I did a lot of things that I wanted to do. Everything in my life I wanted to do. I want to go out. I want to go party. I want to go to the club. I want to go to my family house. I want to go, regular life. I want to go travel. I want to go to this city. I want to go to this place. Everything was what I wanted to do. I had that time. And we all have that time. Enjoy it while you can. Because like I said, there's going to come a point in time where you're no longer going to even have the desire to do things that you want to do. It's going to be removed. Everything that you want to do is going to be about the purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be everything that you want to do. It's not about pleasing yourself. It's not about being fulfilled within yourself. It's about something greater than you. And I know that like in religion, they talk about like pleasing God, but it's not even about pleasing God. Like God is something outside of you. It's not that either. Everything that you'll want to do every single day is just about elevating yourself as a soul. You know what I'm saying? Growing and evolving. You'll just be so dedicated to that lifestyle, and not in a way where it's like, I need to make more money. I need to do this. I need to do that so I can be better. You'll want to keep growing and being better because the more that you evolve as a soul, the more you can do, the more access you have, the more spirit will give you. And the more powerful you become, the brighter your light will be. So then it's like, every day you wake up and you want to give up some days. Some days you don't even feel like doing what you need to do, but it's not about what you want. You're not thinking about the things you want anymore. You're thinking about, what can I do today that will make me better? And that's why you live. You wake up every day just to be better. You're not waking up every day to produce or to work. That's the old way of thinking. We're waking up every day to be better because we know as we become better, then we make the world better. But how do we do that? The first step is letting go. When I first started on this journey, the first thing I know that I was guided to do was to stop working on a job. That was the first thing that I know for sure shifted my life. And it didn't just come overnight. There was a process, okay? I wrote my resignation letter like a year or two before I even stopped working. I just wrote the letter. I put it in the frame and I put it in my room. And I was like, one day I'm going to give them this letter. Now, I thought that I was going to go into real estate because I was flipping houses and doing things like that on the side, So I thought that I was going to be doing real estate, but I didn't know the Spirit had a plan for me. I didn't know that I was going to create a YouTube channel and be guiding thousands of people on the Can Be the Light channel. I didn't know that. But all I know is that I heard to pick a date. And I just picked a date. And when that date came, I didn't have another job. I didn't have anything. I had an income tax return. And what I told myself is that, look, I got this income tax return. So as long as I got this income tax return, I got a few months of, living expense, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If I need to find another job, I can, because I had a career. So when you have a career, you can always fall back on your career. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't want to do this. I knew I didn't want to do it, even though I went to college and I did all that stuff. I didn't want to do that anymore. It wasn't even paying me what I was worth. So I was highly overqualified for my position, and I knew it. But I just did not want to go up this corporate ladder because it just wasn't for me. I had a business degree, but I didn't even want to work as a supervisor or a manager of anything because I'm like, I don't want to be a manager over these people's company. I just don't. I wanted to manage my own company. And so that's what I did. But there was a process. So when I turned in my 2 weeks notice, cousin, I did not have another job lined up. But what I did was I started the YouTube channel. And I was guided to do that. But I was afraid. I'm not some people person that loves being in the public eye and all that type of stuff. I'm very private. But I did what I knew I was guided to do. And I didn't start the YouTube channel thinking that I want to get this many subscribers. I want to do this. I want to do that. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was learning how to do readings and how to divinate. I was learning. And I was thankful when people were actually coming to me and asking me to help them. I was surprised. And as long as people were coming to me and asking me to help them, it was giving me the experience that I needed so that I can become who I became on the Can Be the Light channel. So my mindset wasn't even about making a bunch of money or being this person, like big figure on YouTube. I wasn't thinking about that, but it happened. And so when you're working with the flow of spirit, you don't always know every single detail, but you always do what you know feels good. It just feels right. And if you're living a life and you're doing things that just don't feel right, even if to other people they say, you're crazy for leaving this job or you're crazy for doing this now, that's how they feel. But you know what spirit is guiding you to do. Because even after I grew the YouTube channel and we had all these millions of views and all this money I was making every single month, then spirit asked me to release that. And I was afraid. You think I wasn't afraid to do that? I had just relocated here to Atlanta. So I'm like, I just moved from Kansas City to Atlanta. I just bought a house. I got 2 car notes. I got children. My children are graduating from high school. And then I decided that I'm going to not work and do what I do. But it was spirit that was guiding me to better myself, to heal myself, to focus on myself because I needed to become a different version of me in order to get to that next level, in order for my light to get brighter. So even though people thought that I was a bright light on the Can Be the Light channel, it's nothing in comparison to who I am now that I'm healthy. I wasn't even healthy. So if I can reach that amount of people or do what I was doing on the Can Be the Light channel and I wasn't even healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, I wasn't even in the right vibration. Just imagine what spirit can do now that I have taken 3 years off, almost 4 now, to work on myself and put myself in a position to where spirit can now flow. Just imagine what is about to happen. And I'm going to show y'all too. I'm going to take y'all on the ride. That's the reason why I have Can behind the scenes, because everybody that's over there on Patreon, I'm going to show y'all the process. Everything that spirit is doing in my life, I'm going to show you. I'm not showing it to the world, okay? I'm not for the streets now, okay? Nothing against people who do their public blogs and stuff like that. I don't got nothing against that. But me, I'm just a private person. So I don't mind sharing my private life and, things that are going on with me and my children and my experiences and stuff like that. But I only want to share that with people who I'm connected to. You know what I'm saying? So that will be on Patreon. But listen, I've been down this road for a long time. And now I'm just now starting to come up out of this pit. But I promise you, spirit gonna take you down to the bottom, to the pit of HELL. But only those who really are light workers will make it back up to the top. You'll make it back up through whatever it is that you're going through. If spirit is guiding you to take a major risk and release something that you love so much, do you not believe that you will get that back plus more? You know you're going to get it back, or you should know. Within you, in your soul, at a deeper level, you'll know. Now, your physical body and your mind may not understand it, but on a soul level, your soul knows what is for you. You're going to receive it. See, the soul is the part of us that has lived before us in this life and will continue to live after this life. It knows everything. And your soul is guiding you as a light worker. You're not being guided by your flesh anymore, your body. You're allowing your soul to guide you, but the only place that your soul is guiding you is to a greater connection to spirit. Your spirit, the all. And once you become spiritually connected, then you're in alignment with Source. But we can't be in alignment with Source living and doing and eating and being however we want to be. The world will tell you you can, but I'm here to let you know, as a light worker, no, it's not true. And you, my cousin, I want you to be in position because listen, I can't save the world. You can't save the world. We have to come together. We have to help each other. So if you've been guided to get on your platform and speak. And don't talk about what people want you to talk about, because there's things that people want me to talk about that I feel like, look, I'm past that. I'm over that. I don't want to talk about that no more. I'm done with it. I talk about what I feel like I'm guided to talk about. And those who are in alignment with me, they're going to feel it. And those who are not, they can go listen to somebody else who's going to tell them what they want to hear. I'm not doing it. I've never been the type of person that's going to do anything because of what other people want me to do, or to do anything because that's what other people are doing. Never. I wouldn't even be able to live with myself if I lived like that. I have to be authentic to me. I have to do what feels right for me. So people that are looking for me to do readings in that way, I'm not doing that no more. I have done it. I've mastered it. Okay? I'm a master at it. I don't need to use cards in order to deliver messages. I can deliver messages the way that I deliver messages. Now, not to say we don't have cards, all right? Because at the Lighthouse, we do have cards. But they ain't tarot cards. Why am I going to use a tarot card when I can make my own? You see what I'm saying? Why do I need to get information from other outside spirits and forces when I can connect to the source myself? Now, don't get me wrong. There's a level. And when you're at a certain level and you're a certain, vibration, then you do have to connect with your guides. You do have to connect with those spirits on the other side, because there's certain initiation that you got to go through if you are on the path that I'm on. You see what I'm saying? So it's not wrong and it's not demonic. And people who out there thinking that tarot is demonic, you don't understand what tarot is. You don't understand what divination is and connecting with spirits is. You don't understand it. And it's not for you. And I would suggest you not even get into it. Don't even mess around with it. I'm letting you know. Don't even mess around with it. Because you might not come back with all your marbles. I'm letting you know. All right? But it was my path to take. It was my path to do what I did. And there's many ladies out there that have done the same thing. It's not wrong. We got to go through the dark. And we came through the dark. And now we're in the light. You see what I'm saying? But how can you grow and develop if you're afraid to go through the dark? You have to go. And people are not going to understand it. But it ain't for them. Like I read this post the other day. It's like, people don't have to understand your calling because it ain't a conference call. See what I'm saying? It ain't for them. This is between you and your creator. So is it better to please everybody else? Is it better for everybody else to understand? Or is it better for you to just do what you need to do? See, me, I have apologized to people. You know what I'm saying? And only reason why I apologize is because I know how connected we are to people on YouTube. And I know how people were connected to me. Okay? So when I decided that I was going to start to follow spirit and do what I needed to do for myself, then I know that made people feel some type of way because I was always there. So I don't want people to ever feel like I'm not there for them. Even with my own family, I love my family and they don't even understand why I'm not picking up my phone, why I'm not around like I used to. I can explain it to them. I can apologize for, how I'm moving and stuff like that, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to change because my life is about my purpose. And the only thing I care about doing is what is in alignment for me, what I'm guided to do, the spirit. I follow the spirit. Me and the spirit is locked in because one thing I tell you for sure, that ain't nobody never had my back. Nobody. I've always had to stand on my own. Even when people have disregarded me, disrespected me, treated me bad, wasn't there for me, everybody in my life, I always had that inner guidance that pushed me and didn't allow me to give up on myself and never allowed me to stop loving that spirit. So I have nothing but respect for spirit and what spirit has been for me. So when spirit calls me out of the world and doing things how everybody else is doing them in order for me to stand 10 toes on this thing, I don't have no other choice. Because I'm loyal to what's loyal to me. You see what I'm saying? Spirit has been loyal to me. And even though, I've had to go through the trenches and go through everything that I went through, still spirit gonna pull you out. I didn't been through it. But I still always had guidance. That spirit, I still always had support. Not from a person. I couldn't look right or look left to nobody. All I had was spirit. And that's all I ever want. So in order for me to be connected to this flow, if I'm called to live a certain type of way, I'm going to do that. And if people don't understand, look, I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry. You just ain't going to understand it. Maybe one day you will, maybe one day you won't. But it ain't for me to figure it out. That's between you and whoever you serve as God. But between me and the Creator, listen, anybody can go and anything can go. And people may think you're cold if you start moving like that. But what would you rather? Would you rather have these people in your life that you know ain't even got your back? You know they can't come through for you. You know that some of them don't even like you. Would you rather stay connected to relationships that are not even fulfilling and you trying to make them work? Even if you're married. Because I know what the book says, but I'm telling you what spirit says. The laws have already been fulfilled. If spirit says that you're in a partnership with a person, that if you don't detach from them, they're going to bring you down, will you stay or will you go? That's how real it gets on this path. That's how real it gets. But I'm here to let you know you're not by yourself. When you're being called to release relationships and people and places and jobs and businesses and money and, everything, you're not by yourself. But there's a greater purpose for it all. And you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready for that next level. We're not playing small over here. We're not playing small. We got big things to do. And women, we got to stand up and stop allowing men to run all over us. Listen, your life is greater than a man. If you wake up every day and you're feeling like you need a man, then look, you're going to fall into the same trap that a lot of our ancestors fell into. Now, given, they didn't have the information that we have, okay? They did not live at the same time. We live at a time where, listen, spirit is here and we have all the information that we need, all right? Spirit is literally being poured out so we all know the truth. They may not have known, but we do, which means there's no excuse. They had to fight against certain systems that oppress them. We don't. So why are we still feeling as though we need a man in order to be okay? You don't. I'm not telling you that a man is not a necessary part of our lives. How else would we be able to reproduce if we don't have a man? We absolutely love men. But a man should not be your everything. I hear women say that my husband is my everything. And even men say this, my wife is my everything. Are you out of your mind? Are you okay? All right? Because no person or nothing on this planet is everything to me. Not even my own children. Nothing. The only thing that's everything to me is spirit. Period. And if you're being called to release certain relationships and you decide that you want to stay, just know that life will not change for you until you make a move. Look at some of those, read some of those stories in the Bible, cousin. Read some of them stories in the Bible. They had to do some crazy things. Then some people say, oh, that was the Old Testament. Listen, the Bible is the Bible. Let spirit guide you. Because there are some things that some of those people had to do that God required that they did. And you're like, what? Like, God would ask a person to kill their own son? Why would God say to kill your son? What? Did he tell Abraham that? And then he got ready to kill his son. He said, nah, I'm just playing. You ain't got to do that. It's like, what? You got to know the character of spirit. You got to know. Spirit in the all, the God of all, call it whatever you want. It's not just some fluffy, loving God that's smiling and raining down blessings on you. No. There is a very dark side to God. And people don't want that smoke. So they think that just by them doing good, they're going to be on the good side. If you just think that you're going to be doing good and being on the good side of God, then guess what you're going to be? In the dark. And that's where most people are. They're in darkness because all they want is just to be on the good side. Okay, I'm talking about religious people. They want to work to be on the good side of God. But you got to understand that you also have to experience the darkness of God. God will purge you. The Bible says something like, he will scourge you if he loves you, chastise you. So there's certain pain that we go through as light workers that people, normal everyday people, will never understand. They won't even understand it. But it's necessary for our growth. And I'm going to tell you what I always tell myself, no matter what I'm guided to release or what I'm asked to do, no matter how far down in the dark I got to go, I always tell myself it's never God. I never get mad at God. Never. Now, there are days when I don't feel like being bothered, and I'll say it. Not today. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Or my line is, I get it. That's what I say. I get it. I get it. I understand. If I'm going through something very, very tough, and spirit gives me the information, lets me know why I'm going through that, I get it. I ain't feeling it. All right? I ain't in the mood, but I get it. And I don't get mad at God. Because see, those who came before us, even though a lot of people want to worship the ancestors, a lot of the ancestors, they murmured and complained. They were not happy with God. But see, me, I understand that there are certain things that I must go through. And everything that I go through, I'm going to come out. And it's the same thing for you. Everything that you've been through, you're going to come out. But there's certain things that your soul has to experience in order for you to grow and evolve. That's why I told you, don't step on God's toes. When God is showing the other side, the dark side of himself or itself to people, then you as a light worker have to know where to step and when not to step. Because if you step in and try to help other people, when God is on that side, on that time, you're going to get burned. And you're going to get exhausted and you're going to get drained. We have to know our role. We have to know our role. And our role is always to let go. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Sometimes you don't need to do anything. Sometimes you need to just allow spirit to do whatever spirit's going to do. And you just roll with it. You just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a good friend that you know you can call for everything. Most of us haven't. Most life workers haven't. But you heard about them. You heard that they exist, right? This friend that you can call for everything, anything you need, they're going to come through. Yeah, that's how we have to be with spirit. Whatever spirit need, we coming through. We gonna roll with it, whatever it is, and we're not gonna complain about it. We're gonna let go. If we want to evolve, if we want to become these great pillars of hope and power and change in the world, then it can't be about us. And that's what Spirit told me years ago. You take care of them, I'll take care of you. Don't worry about who's not there for you. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about who's not giving you this or that. As long as you have me, you have it all. And as long as I got Spirit, I got it all. And you have to know that. But how will you know that unless you go through these dark times? How will you know that unless you go through certain experiences? But once Spirit gets done with you, you will know that you always have support. And you will never be alone. But just let go of the need to take care of yourself. Let go of the need to take care of everybody else. And just do what feels right. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. What makes you happy? What satisfies you? That's your soul guiding you. If it doesn't satisfy you, then make a move. And that's the message, okay? Also, I wanted to let you know before I go that Spirit is giving me some Psalms for you all to read, okay? Some of you all need to pray more, but you may struggle with what to pray for. You may not know what to pray for. Listen, prayer is nothing but being in alignment with the flow of Spirit that is always in the process of creation and destruction. That's what prayer is, being in alignment with it. That's what prayer is. We're not praying to God. We're not doing this thing to some force outside of ourselves. On the spiritual path, we elevate past that and we understand that everything that is going to be is going to be. And everything that shall be is already done. And whatever is not meant to be, it will not be. So we're not asking for things our way. We're in alignment with what is. So we're thankful for everything that is. And we relax in the flow of letting go. So prayer is just relaxing in that flow of letting go. And acknowledging the flow of Spirit that is always in the process of creation and doing and destroying. Okay? And then when we're guided to make a move, we move. That's prayer. That's prayer. So, pray these Psalms in the morning and at night before you go to sleep. Protection Psalms. Listen, I love Psalms. Some people say Psalms are lamps and whatever, witchcraft, stuff like that. But I just believe that the bike is, I said the bike. Okay, bike. Look, transportation. Where are we going? But the Bible is neutral. Okay, just like everything. Nature is neutral. Crystals are neutral. The Bible is neutral. You can use this Bible to destroy. You can use this Bible to build and to be a light. It's the same like nature, okay? You have the days where, the sun feels good on your skin and you're out there just enjoying the sun. And then you have the days where the sun will beat you down, okay? You have tornadoes and storms. And then you also have those rainy days where it just feels so light and blissful, okay? Everything has two sides, okay? A dark and a light. The Bible is the same way. Yes, there are people who have altered the Bible, but there are many versions of the Bible, so find the one that works for you. And then there's also books that you can put with the Bible, like the Apocrypha, or whatever they call it, or, all these other type of books, like Strong's Concordance. Like, get some other books, read it with the Bible, okay? And it'll make sense. And then above all of that, Spirit will guide you, okay? Spirit will write on your heart and on your mind what you need to know. You don't have to sit here and read every single book and recite every single word. Flip open this Bible and Spirit will guide you to the message that you need. Ask Spirit for a message. What do you need to know? And you will know. All right? So don't throw out the baby with the bath water, whatever they say. Okay? So here's the Psalms. Psalms 23, Psalms 24, and Psalms 25. All right. So read those Psalms. Psalms 23, Psalms 24, and Psalms 25 in the morning when you wake up and at night. All right. So that you will be in alignment with this flow of what is. Okay. Just know that you are protected. All right. You are safe. There's nothing that is going to be able to touch you, especially when you are in alignment. This is the reason why we are being called to be in alignment. We are called to release certain mindsets and addictions and habits and things like that. Because when you are on a low frequency, the lower vibrational forces will destroy you. They will, internally and externally. The reason why we're being guided to raise our vibration and to do certain things and to let go of certain things and to start better healthy habits is because it puts us on a frequency of protection. Spiritual people cannot afford to live like everybody else. Not unless you want to be like everybody else. But this is what I know. A lot of people who have these great callings, and we're like, they left the planet too soon, or they didn't get a chance to fulfill their purpose. They had so much potential. Listen, if you have one foot on one side and the other foot on the other side, one foot in the light and one foot in the dark, when it's time for that flame to spark, I just told you what's going to happen. It's going to burn you up. And you're going to be either removed from this planet, you're going to destroy yourself, or somebody else is going to destroy you. It's how it goes. All right? So, if you're being guided to release certain things and to clean up your act, it's because you're about to be ignited. And Spirit is preparing you. You do not want to be lukewarm, like they say. You do not want to have one foot in the light and one foot in the dark, saying, I do good with this hand, but on the other hand, I'm still an evil, nasty person. No. We don't get the ability to do that. Not as light workers. We don't. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why we're always called to turn the other cheek and be on this high frequency. It's because when you're on a high frequency, then lower level entities cannot destroy you. They cannot get to you. And you will learn even how to remove negative entities and energies and how to cleanse yourself. And then you'll help other people. But you won't be able to do that. Spirit can't flow to you so you can do this if you have one foot on this side and one foot on the next. So it takes time. But give yourself the time that it is necessary and allow Spirit to do what Spirit is going to do. Because there is a flame that is going to ignite. And when it ignites, if you are not in the vibration that you need to be in, I just told you what's going to happen. Either you're going to be destroyed, you're going to destroy yourself, or the flame is going to burn you up. It's no joke. All right. People talk about being chosen like this is cute, or like, oh, I'm different, I'm special, I'm the chosen one in my family. Let me tell you, that's a great responsibility. That's a great responsibility, not just for your family, but for humanity. And who much is given, much is required. Don't let this world fool you into believing that you can do whatever you want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. But for you, baby, yeah. Clean it up. That's all I can say. That's all I can tell you, because that's the message. I'm here. There are many resources for you ladies at the Lighthouse. I always tell you to join the spiritual alignment class. If you struggle with discipline and consistency, if you want to join a community where you're not out there doing this work and doing the sacrifice and doing this stuff by yourself, you have a community, come over to the Lighthouse, honey. Okay? You have support. You're not out here in this world by yourself. Your family may not understand you. People in your life may not understand why you do what you do. But trust me, there are women over here that understand exactly where you are at different levels of the journey that can help you and support you. And that's what we need. We need support. We need access. We need resources. We need approvals. Okay? And the number one thing we need is a connection with Spirit. Loving these men and doing all this other crazy stuff, baby, don't get caught slipping. Don't get caught slipping. Because see what happened to those who came before us? They were turned over to these men, and these men destroyed them. These men distracted them from their purpose. These men got them pregnant and out the way from their purpose. I'm just letting you know. That's what happened to a lot of women that came before us. and they just exist. But they're not standing in their full power, and they know it. They know they're not standing in their full power. But the women of today, the women that are connected to the lighthouse, I already know y'all coming. Because Spirit already told me that y'all coming. And when you come, I'm going to be right here to support you and help you to where you need to be. Because we have something special to do. Because when women raise up, when we change, we're going to change the world. When we get our mind together on what really matters, then we're going to change the world. Because we're looking to men for guidance. We're looking to everybody else for guidance in this world. When whole time we have all of these abilities within us. It makes no sense. But until we become spiritually connected, we are in darkness, and we're going to continue to destroy ourselves until we get into this light. It's time. It's about to go down in this world. And I'm just here as a messenger to let you know when it goes down, and there are people here that are guided to do certain things. And you are one of them if you hear this message. And my suggestion to you would be to follow Spirit. Not your mama, not sister, brother, cousin, not friends and all that. Follow Spirit, okay? Whatever it is that you're guided to do, however uncomfortable it makes you, it's going to help you. It's going to help you. If you're being called to isolate yourself, it's going to help you, okay? I love you. I love you. Love you. I hope this helps you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, cousin. If you're interested in joining our powerful community of women supporting each other through our healing and transformation journey, make sure that you look for the Lighthouse ATL on all social media platforms. YouTube, TikTok, not on Instagram, but Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere else. Look for the Lighthouse ATL, okay? You do not have to do it on your own. We are done with these solo dolo missions, okay? We're going to work together. We are going to heal together. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to travel together. Listen, join our level up movement, and I will see you soon. Bye.